You didn't quit. You're really like against all odds. You're doing something that no one in the family's done, that none of your friends have done.
I'm just gonna say the thing you're not supposed to say.
Whatever is mine is looking for me.
You have to know what road to take to get to your final destination.
Everything that you ever wanted is on the other side of fear.
Hello, good evening. Happy Friday. I'm shocked that y'all wanted me to go to live tonight, but I was like, okay, I know I've been MIA. I overpromised and I underdelivered. If you did not know, I do mentorship. So I call myself the dream catcher coach, the shadow work coach. And so I've been busy. I was booked and busy. So I was kind of shocked about that. But I had like a little discount special for the month of December. So I just wasn't expecting for so many people to want to talk to me. So I don't know. I was a little, I'm putting faces with profiles. I'm like, okay, I'm putting names with profiles. So I can't say I haven't been enjoying my time. I can't say that. So I've been MIA, but I'm back. And I'm not going to make any promises. I'm just going to deliver. Let's just focus on delivery. And then we just going to stop making promises, okay? Thank you for the compliments. I really do appreciate it. Now, I had to talk about this because isn't it obvious? Is it not obvious what this man is doing? He is like literally clinging to this woman as a lifeline because his career is fading. He done rubbed people in the industry the wrong way. He was talking all of that mess up in that jail cell on them jail phones. And now he's like clinging to this girl for a lifeline. And I'm just like, girl, if you don't toss that man over the boat. And then, what's so sad about this situation? Mariah, and this is just from like a spiritual, energetic perspective, she's climbing. She's actually climbing. He's not. Like, he knows, Young Thug knows that he's at a point or period in his life with what he's been doing is no longer going to work. And so him clinging to Mariah to siphon her energy, her feminine lifeline, that is very abundant and fruitful right now. Like, do you see the rise, the potential that Mariah has right now? And he's literally clinging to her. And he is using her as like this last attempt to fake a transformation. I'm going to just say that. Fake that he's a different person. So we're going to get into it. And also, ladies, because a lot of people felt like I was just being hard on Shelly. But this is another woman. You already know what I'm going to say. Girl, this is another example of a woman that's likable that gets with an unlikable man. Okay? Pretty girl, talented. The sky is the limit. Same thing with Shelly. Sky's the limit. Girl, you got it, right? Like you have it. And that man, it's not light. That man is he's already done that. He's tainted your public image. And this is why I'm for PR relationships. Like, I don't care if Alandria and Nick are PR. I don't even care if Tiana Taylor, Megan Thee Stallion, Klay Thompson, hell, Ryan Destiny and her man, if that's a PR marriage, I don't care. This is entertainment, okay? So we need to be booked. We need our bag, our coins. And if we need a PR relationship to get those deals, who cares? That's where I'm at with this. So let's get into this because I wanted to break this down because I really want young women and just women in general to understand that when you're inclining, you're elevating, and then you have people trying to reach out to you as a lifeline, You need to shove their ass. And to be honest, you need to give them an elbow or, you know, that's what I used to do when I played ball. I used to real quick, because I'm like, I'm not your lifeline. You are. You are your own lifeline. You are your own life force. You don't need me for a lifeline. Girl, she better not, listen, she better not be pregnant. She better not be. So they met in 2021 professionally. It always starts off professionally. This gives Big Sean and Janae all over again. They met in 2021 professionally. He instantly started to siphon off of her energy professionally, musically. Isn't that something? Then their professional relationship turned personal late that same year when they started dating. They collaborated on music. Mariah supported him through his legal challenges. And that's why I'm saying, like, it kind of mirrors Big Sean and Janae, because she supported him through his mental health issue challenges. So Mariah supported him through that, and it was very lengthy. It was a lengthy legal battle following his arrest in 2022 on RICO-related charges. So they met in 2021, and then boom, in 2022, he was already having issues. And I also want to make this known too. This is what really doesn't make sense, and this is why you will hear me say things like, damn, we need to get the birds off the ground and back into the sky, because Mariah, you dating a man with 6 kids? 6 kids? And then, okay, let me be objective here. Okay, he has kids by multiple women. Girl, you are in dangerous territory. Multiple women and you dating a man. This is a mess. This is a mess. 6 kids, multiple women. He started impregnating women at 17 years old. That means he has ways about himself that are permanent, that most likely are not going to be changing anytime soon. 17 years old, he was out here being the sperminator, okay, sperminating the community, multiple women. All right, we didn't even get into the cheating allegations, and that shit's crazy. And ooh, girl, and then we're gonna get into who I think Mariah really is. Because, girl, the stuff I found, I was like, have I been under a rock? Honestly, because I had to do research for this video, and I'm like, damn, how did I miss all of this? I missed a lot of it. Anyway, so they broke up briefly in October of 2025. And, you know, when they broke up, Mariah had that platinum blonde. Girl, that ate the fuck down. And I know he saw that, like, she's getting her energy back. I'm losing my creativity. I'm losing my lifeline. I have to get her back. Because did y'all not see Mariah in that blonde platinum? She looked good. I'm just like, damn, okay. So they broke up briefly, literally briefly. How long you think they broke up? I don't even think they broke up. They separated and then they came back together. I don't even think they really broke up, but that's just my opinion. Then they reconciled soon after, and it was very soon after. Okay, let me see. What else we got? Let me get into the notes. Okay, they recently got engaged the other day, but that's not it. So my thing is, Young Thug has 3 sons, 3 daughters with multiple women, and Mariah originally stated she didn't want to date a man with kids. See, let's go back. Let's go back because the stuff I found, I'm like, so girl, you was saying you didn't want any kids. Now you're trying to coach women and give advice on kids.
I never wanted to date a man with kids. That was like, oh, that's a deal breaker for me. I don't want to do that, blah, 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 right? And then I meet this guy, and I feel like he's great. And he doesn't have one kid. He has 6 kids. Okay.
Damn, girl.
And it definitely has been, in the beginning, it was harder. Definitely was rougher because they're kids. So already you don't want to be too, like,
All right.
you don't want to try to be too present, or it's someone else's child.
Right.
And I just feel like the more our relationship grew, the more my relationship has grown with his kids. And I feel like we have great relationships. Like, I feel like we talk on the phone all day long. I feel like they be calling me before they call him. And I'm like, call your daddy.
That. Yeah.
Call him. Okay, but I love them, though. I feel like they're super fun, very playful. They teach me a lot of things. I miss them. I want to hang out with them right now. I wonder what they're doing. But, yeah, they're great.
Oh, my God. This is... Girl, this starting to run... You know who's reminding me of now? Jasmine Brown, girl. Girl, they must be in the same flock, okay? Because, girl, Jasmine Brown, too? Damn, girl. This is... Ooh, girl, I'm just... This is... They in the same flock. She in the flock with Jasmine Brown. Because, what?
All the ladies out there that are thinking, well, I don't want to date a man with kids, and you're like judging.
6 kids, multiple women. I'm definitely judging, sis. 6 kids, multiple women. And you want to know why? I don't know what number he's on as far as baby mama, but the reason why I'm judging the fuck out of that man is because I'm not trying to be runner up, hun. Wife or not, girl, I wouldn't give a damn. Like, come on. Multiple women. And then it kind of reminds me of Cardi B. Girl, they all in the same flock. Cardi B too. Where it's like, so I'm potentially gonna be baby mama number, whatever number he's on. Potentially. Like, it's just the potential being there for me. And that's all it takes. It don't have to happen. You know what the issue is? The issue with a lot of these women, Cardi, all your faves, just so you know, all of them, they didn't think it would be them. They thought that there was something about them that would be different. That's all. Like, Mariah is delusional. Like, she really thinks that it's her and how different she is that's going to prevent her from potentially being baby mama number whatever. That's all this is. That's all this is. So she thinks that she's going to be exempt from that experience. And I'm like, what makes you so sure of that, Mariah? What makes you so sure that it makes no sense? Ooh, Sierra. Ooh, girl. But you know, Sierra abandoned that flock. See, you can always abandon the flock, ladies. You can come out with a child and still abandon that flock. It's never too late to turn, you know, your ways around and come join the rest of us that are in the air flying because we have wings. And you're not trapped to anything. So if you need to leave that flock, go ahead and leave that flock. It's going to be all right.
The idea of someone who has...
That's just crazy to me. This is just crazy to me.
For all the ladies out there that are thinking, well, I don't want to date a man with kids, and you're like judging the idea of...
Girl, she's not the first fiance. This just gets worse. I mean, damn, the more research I did, I said, God damn, this is bad. Now I see why people were like, this is the first time in the history of social media where I've seen a woman be proposed to and everyone was just like, even the men, girl, that's when you know it's bad. Even the men were like, what the fuck? No one was really congratulating them. I mean, I'm sure people were faking the funk, but a lot of people weren't really cheering for them for this proposal and their engagement. And that says a lot. But when you go down the rabbit hole, I'm like, oh, I see why.
Someone who has had that happen. I feel like dating somebody with kids has taught me more about a family unit than anything I could have ever imagined, because you're seeing it in real time. You know, you're seeing like...
Girl, you can have that same family unit tribe experience by focusing on your team when it comes to your career. If you want that experience, baby, go where the money is and create it for yourself. Because I need women to understand. I love Share Seven's advice, but it's not all for me. And I'm going to explain to you why. I understand that money is power, right? And when you have money, you have the power. When you have to go to a man to get money, you have to go to a man that has power over you. I don't like that shit. Because a man that has power over you, because he's the resource for the money that you need to have some type of power, independence. You have to go to him. You have to go through him to get a piece of that power, right? Just a piece, if he's generous. And then you have to take that back and utilize it sparingly because it may dry up. And then you have to go back to that man. So for me, I'm going to create something for myself that gives me my own independent access to that power that he has. So when it comes to Mariah, girl, you don't have to go through Young Thug, because a lot of the girls are like, but he has money. But he has money. But he has money. Girl, this is a man that she cannot trust. She has a little money too. This is a man she cannot trust. This man has shown her every which way that he does not have integrity. It can't just be about the money. And then, you know what's so crazy about this entire situation? Let me let Mariah cook some more, and then we're going to come back. Because I need y'all to also understand that she was sitting up here talking about how cheating is the worst thing ever. Because it is. It really is. That is someone violating your trust, the boundaries that you have in place. So that's my thing. Like, when it comes to Mariah, you trying to get money through this man when you have access to such an amazing career. Like, I see a career that could really be up there. Okay? Like, I mean, up there. And I think Burning Blue was like her breakout moment. That was like people really being able to see her potential. But still, it's like, I feel like she's not exactly where she could be because of this man. Like, she could be so much further, but I think he kind of like takes from her creativity or siphons her creativity. And, you know, that has a lot to do with the chakra. So I feel like that's kind of why she's not further than what she could be.
The ins and outs of parenting, regardless if somebody is together or not together, you're seeing it's really, parenting is very interesting. Very interesting.
Hard.
It is. Even kids.
Yes.
But let's see. I don't even know. Girl, I don't even know where to go next. Let's see, because there was another conversation. Oh, here it is.
I swear that cheating is like the cardinal sin. I feel like cheating should be punishable by jail time.
Ooh,
for real.
Damn it, Mariah.
But
hold on.
In all honesty, I just would rather an honest man. I'd rather, it's more respectable if you were like, hey, this is.
So Mariah, you are settling. And how old is Mariah? She can't. How old is she? Because I need to know. Because, girl, this don't make no damn sense. Girl, 28, girl. And you know, I feel like she's romanticized marriage. And it's crazy because her proposal, girl, that was the worst proposal I've seen. It was awful. It was awful. We got to get into the proposal. We got to get into the ring. The ring. What the fuck is that? What kind of ring is that? And you know what's crazy? I'm not even a girl that has like really dreamed about a wedding and a ring. I've never really fantasized this shit. But even I am looking at that shit. I'm looking at the proposal. I'm looking at the ring. I'm like, what the fuck is that? What was that? What kind of proposal was that? He didn't give like a speech. He didn't show like a maybe he's not good with his words. Okay. You didn't even give like some type of slideshow. No flowers. It really gave on the stage here. Damn. That's what it gave. And y'all let me know, because I'm like, damn, he was really on some here, dang. Damn. Because you been bugging me about this shit. Here, damn, take it. Am I crazy? Am I being a hater? Am I hating? The ring, I don't understand the ring. And then we gonna get into it. Does Young Thug like bulky jewelry? Because remember the phone conversation? We gonna get into it. The phone conversation was in jail, and he was asking her about if she liked her necklace or whatever, and he was like, "Is it too bulky?" And that tells me like he likes the bulky jewelry. So does Young Thug ever do anything that Mariah actually fucking likes? Does he like her? We're gonna get into it, because I don't think that's the ring Mariah really wanted. I think that's the ring that she's settling for, because she's like, well, he proposed. Y'all let me know. Do you think she liked that ring? Do y'all like the ring? It just, I looked at the ring and I was like, that looked like something you get out of a cereal box. It can be real and everything. It's the cut of the ring. I'm not feeling it.
What happened?
Yeah.
And, I could, because then you have trust. I would rather be able to trust what's happening.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's a mess. Girl, so she don't trust this man. I don't understand why she said yes. That's odd. I'm trying to understand why did she say yes? Then this girl, and this is when, because this is my first time hearing about this phone call. I heard people like talking shit about it, like laughing about it, but I never saw it until I did research for this video. And I'm trying to show you, because I'm just like, what the hell? When she was like, am I your baby? Here it is.
What's up, baby? Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Thanks for my gifts.
Them chains heavy?
They heavier than the bracelets for sure. I wish that you could be at home with me and you could put it on me.
You look beautiful. That shit don't look like a rapper now.
Daddy?
And then what was this, daddy? Like, girl, what was that? You were nervous about how he was going to respond? So,
Am I your baby?
Most definitely.
she said that to a man with a face only a mother could love. And I'm not even trying to be shady, but like, he is scary to look at. He really is. He really is. Girl, to say that over, ooh, girl, I don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't get it. But did you hear the jury comment? That's why I'm like, I don't think Mariah likes this heavy ass, bulky ass energy. I don't think she liked that bulky ass, big ass ring that looked like it came out of a cereal box. I don't think she likes the things that he really gives her. I think she just takes it.
What's up, baby? Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Thanks for my gifts.
Them chains heavy?
They heavier than the bracelets for sure.
Did you see how she look?
They heavier than the bracelets.
You see that deep breath she took? She don't like, I'm telling, she don't like that bulky ass jewelry. Take that shit back and get her something that she actually likes.
Thanks for my gifts.
Them chains heavy?
They heavier than the bracelets for sure. I wish that you...
That's just a mess. I proved my case. I proved my case with that. I don't think she likes that. Then what else did I come across? I was like, girl, what the hell is this mess? This is crazy. Oh, this is when I was like, oh, this man don't. He just siphons her energy. He really don't like this girl. You cannot convince me that Young Thug actually likes Mariah the Scientist. He don't like her.
Who's my best friend?
Besides me, probably people who stay in New York with their name. Malik, Lexus, whatever her name, man.
You heard that, Morgan? Love that. 2 points. You are my bestie, though. What did I wear on our first date?
I don't know what you wore on the first day because you stood me up. How about that?
This is crazy. No, I did not.
I don't know what you had on that day. But the first official date we did have, you wore black.
What was the first official date?
At the house.
I didn't have black on.
The first official date was at the house? Girl, hold on. I'm just now catching this. Did he just say that? Is that what he just said? I know he didn't just say that.
What you wore on the first day because you stood me up? How about that?
This is crazy. No, I did not.
I don't know what you had on that day. But the first official date we did have, you wore black.
What was the first official date?
At the house.
I didn't have black on. And I got evidence. How you gonna say I didn't have on white and it was a all-white function?
I remember having a conversation.
Oh my God, y'all. Oh my gosh. Does Mariah not know who Mariah is? Does she, like, girl, what? Oh, that's crazy. That's what I'm saying. That bulky jewelry. And then the crazy thing is, do you see the jewelry he wears? He wears more feminine jewelry than she do. Am I crazy? Look at the little necklace that he has.
This one you was like, everybody had on white but me.
I got proof.
You had on all white.
I had on white and some jeans.
That don't count.
0 points. Ain't had no black on. My pants was kind of dark. Who are my biggest musical inspirations?
You don't express that type of stuff. You listen to like bands and shit. Like, she don't just listen to the music that we listen to. She listens to like different shit. You listen to everybody. You listen to Future, B, Wham, Savage, Mulatto, Sexy Red.
He ain't naming none but rappers. There ain't one that's not a rapper.
You know who I look up to. You know what I'm saying? You ain't never told me like, this is who I look up to.
That's cap. Maybe like an Outkast.
The music you make don't got shit to do with you being inspired by Outkast.
I'm inspired by you, definitely.
Thank you.
So, happy.
Oh my gosh. She said, I'm inspired by you, definitely. She always got to stroke this man's ego. She's always stroking this man's ego. Like, too much. To where, no, I can see him. I can see why he cheats on her, though. And I know, not to say I condone cheating, but I'm like, she say everything. She's a pick-me. She says everything. She's compliant. You know, like she'll do whatever he basically says. She don't have no mystery to her. There's no defense there. It's just go with whatever type energy.
Type shit.
I toasted that shit for sure.
I hope I get as many right as you getting right. How you think I'm gonna do?
Excellent.
Excellent? Okay, come on, let me see.
What time do I usually go to bed?
He don't go to bed. If you do go to bed, it's the next day. 10 a.m., 11 a.m.
52 points.
Off top, I win.
What's my favorite watch in my collection?
I could have sworn you told me one time it was this one Rolex that's a little bit different.
Pablo.
What is that?
That's one of them. Pablo Escobar had 26 points. What was my best subject in school? That's crazy.
It's crazy how she getting all of his questions.
What you good at now is math. You definitely good at math. Quick math, easily.
50 points.
Like,
for sure. What do I never leave the house without?
your phones.
Nobody in the world leave the house without that.
I don't know if I can say what I want to say. Can I say anything?
Whisper it. 76 points, sir.
For sure.
What's my love language?
Your love language is giving gifts, for one, and maybe words of affirmation. Because I feel like you ain't gonna say it, but you like to hear me say, you look great and you this and you that, you know?
Yeah, 100 points.
How many points I'm gonna have?
You doing good for real though.
Thank you.
Because I don't express none of this shit for you, so for you to know it, it's like, cool. If I was an animal, what animal would I be? I know you know that.
Lion.
216 points, for sure.
I have a different animal in mind, but okay.
I wish these points was monetary value.
What's my midnight snack?
Butter pecan ice cream. You don't want that one? You want a different one?
11 points.
11.
What word do I overuse?
Overly was one.
For sure.
Now you're saying absolutely. That's a new one.
I just say that to the kids. I wouldn't say that. I ain't saying that in public.
Overly is the word.
For sure, overly the word. 100 points. If I could have any superpower, which one would I choose?
Probably to fly. You the type of nigga that want to fly, some shit like that, for sure.
I'm thinking more like disappear.
Oh, really? That's
Because you can be
nice.
still captured.
I told you before that if I could choose a superpower, it would be to be invisible. So now you taking mine?
Yeah, I was thinking more like a roach, but you know, okay. Any of these will work.
This one, disappear, is kind of different though.
That's the same thing. Okay.
It just made me wonder, like, who this man be sleeping with? That's what I want to know. He out here cheating. Like, what do the other girls look like? I'm so curious. I really want to know.
12 points.
You gonna give me
13
12?
points.
Okay, I'll take it.
What's my worst habit?
Staying out late.
Staying out late doing nothing is a bad habit. Staying out late and working is not a bad habit.
I'm gonna say not eating as many vegetables as he supposed to eat.
I take that. Everybody in the world like that. You the only person that's just like
Actively try to eat vegetables.
just happy to eat them. There's a guy I was locked up with named Connor. Shout out to my boy Connor Beck. He wake up to eat
Vegetables.
for sure. That's all he ate.
I want to be like that.
Plate full of fucking vegetables like every day.
I know a roach is not an animal, but that's just have you seen this man? I mean, I'm just going through what else it could be. It could a lion? A lion? That's crazy. But I'm okay. Like I know it's an insect. I know it's not an animal. Relax. I mean, if I'm thinking about an animal, girl, I don't even know. I don't even know. To call on an animal, I feel like they would be offended. So I'm just not gonna say nothing. I don't think roach would be offended. Roaches are never offended. They never offended. That's why they always come back. Then they multiply. That's what roaches would never be offended. But if we start listing off other animals, I think the animals would get offended. So I say roach.
Like, for sure, like.
Gotta eat your vegetables, baby.
What's my favorite song you've made?
Always and Forever is one, or Like You Never.
1,700 points.
Thank you.
What is one food I would absolutely never eat?
Sushi.
For sure. 2,700 points for that.
I'm gonna have such a huge score.
What's my favorite feature of yours?
My lips.
17 points.
Because when we met, that's what all you used to talk about.
Yeah, that's one, but
It's a new one.
maybe toes.
Oh, okay. Cute.
What's one thing I want us to do together before we die?
Go to space.
5,000 points.
We going.
I thought you were gonna mess up on that. What is the most worn item in my closet?
Probably some leather pants. Air Force.
And you know what this shows? This really shows their relationship dynamic. Everything is about this man. Like, she treats this man like a god. I don't understand it. And it's like, girl, you are Mariah. You're Mariah the Scientist. You went to school to become a scientist. I'm not understanding. I don't get it.
Ones. Converse. Polo draws. Polo tee.
103 points.
You can't gauge when you're doing bad and when you're doing good with him because he's giving out 12 points and 5,000 points. It's like.
But you can gauge it though.
So the 11 points. Okay, I got it.
What's my favorite show we watch together?
He likes The Office. If you were a character in The Office, you would definitely be Michael. Would you be Michael?
I'd be Dwight Schrute.
You would be Dwight?
Or Jim.
I'm definitely Mike.
Mike is great. 5,100 points. Who is my childhood hero? She'll know that for sure.
Childhood hero?
My childhood hero from the trenches.
Can I have a hint? Would I know, like, their name in general, you think? Or not really?
For sure.
Okay,
well, you can name one from TV, because it is one on TV, though.
From TV? You got a hint?
Lil Wayne. How you not know that?
Saying my
3
hero
points.
is from the trenches. 3 points that didn't get none right.
Okay, I can't take this no more. We gotta move on, because that's a mess. And then this is another thing. So, he cheated on her. And there was a ton of leaked phone calls. And it was exposed that Young Thug was cheating on Mariah. But according to him, or according to them, they already knew about it. So she found out about his cheating and he confessed to her or whatever the case may be. And they handled it privately or whatever. But she never heard the phone calls of the cheating. And I just don't understand a woman that would listen to a phone call like this and still want to be with someone like this. Like, it makes no sense to me.
Wow, I'm so P. Mariah don't even know. I mean, it bitch still fucking. Goddamn CO give the box quicker than.
It's okay. It's one thing to cheat, but then it's one thing to like brag about it. You know what I mean? And this is the type of stuff that I be talking about. I be telling the girls, like, when you out here being stupid, and I just gotta be real with you, when you're out here being stupid, I really believe men go to other people and they brag and they laugh about you. And they laugh about how dumb you're being, how naive you're being, how gullible you are, how you're willing to accept the disrespect, and how they use you. I feel like this is another reason why I wanted to talk about this, is because we never hear this side of it, right? We only see what they do, but we don't hear them brag about it. And I feel like men brag like this to their friends or to whoever about you being stupid. I just gotta be honest. I know they do. I feel like the conversations go along like, yeah, I got this dumb bitch over here. She paying for this. She let me drive her car. She giving me a place to stay. Then I got this other dumb bitch over here. Every time I'm in LA, I can meet up with her, fuck her, and do whatever I want to do. Stay at her crib. I don't even have to get a hotel if I want to. Then I got this other dummy bitch over here, and I got this other dummy bitch over here, and I got them all working to serve me. This is why it's imperative to not be dumb. It is, because I'm just like, girl, have an ego. And this is another thing. I don't understand why women don't get egos until the breakup. Like, girl, get the ego when you was being disrespected in the relationship by this man. Now you want to get an ego and a little backbone because y'all not together. Where was the backbone? Where was I'm too good, I'm too da-da-da-da-da when he was playing your ass in the relationship or playing your ass, period? Where was the ego? I hate that. And then the girls be thinking they be doing something like, oh, I'm about to go seek revenge by having a baby. I'm about to go seek revenge and fuck another man. And it's like, girl, if you just would have had ego, dignity, and pride when that man had you fucked up the first time, you wouldn't need no revenge. You leaving would have been the revenge. You wouldn't need to have no damn baby. You leaving when he had you fucked up the first time, when he disrespected you the first time, that was your revenge, was when you decided to get the fuck up and leave. But you know what? Women don't leave. You know what women do? Women stay. They stay because they believe it could be worked out. They believe that, oh, we can overcome this. And men bank on that. Like, men literally bank on disrespecting you on purpose because they know you're going to want to work it out later. Gotta have deal breakers.
Wow, I'm so P. Mariah don't even know. I mean, it bitch still fucking. Goddamn CO give the box quicker than the FedEx work. He don't be telling my business, man. And Gunna highly disappointed me. Highly. The nigga telling like he got a wife and kids to go back home to. Like, I can understand if the nigga had a family. And I wake up and see this nigga on Instagram all jolly and jogging and shit, and I almost lost it. Well, you can't be mad if a nigga tell back.
And then this is another thing too, when it comes to Mariah, you listen to a man brag about cheating on you and your pride still doesn't kick in, your dignity doesn't kick in, your self-respect doesn't kick in when you hear this man bragging about you. And the brag is how he's able to disrespect you, knowing that you're going to take him back. Then how do you trust a man that's in a jail cell talking shit on everybody that he's cool with or was cool with? I mean, the man is showing you all of these signs that he's not trustworthy at all. At all. Girl, you're the only one that he can cling to right now because you're the only one that's there. I don't understand it. I don't get it.
And that nigga Tory Lanez kept it so P. Like, he done got behind the walls, dropped the whole album. I know he made at least an M. You see what I'm saying? Like, if I would have knew how solid he was, I would have put his little ass in YSL. Easy. These niggas don't be thinking, man. Like, I feel like the government is so obsessed with YSL and this whole RICO. We still ain't unveiled the Epstein files. Like, I want to know what the fuck was happening on that island.
Hey, Thug, that boy Stretcher said he ready for round 2.
He's talking about round 2. He nigga straight comedian, man.
No, not playing.
But now,
What kind of round 2? Girl, my mind went somewhere else, girl. What kind of round 2 they talking about? In jail. I'm sorry, y'all. I never talked to a man in jail before. So what round 2 are they talking about? There's only one round 2 I know about. What kind of round 2 going on up in there? I need to know. What kind of round 2? And then they kiki kin. It's like a little inside joke. What kind of round 2 they talking about? Girl, this crazy.
let me go ahead and get up all this phone though, man. Probably gonna go fix me some noodles.
That's crazy. Round 2. What kind of round 2 is going on up in there? I don't get it. Y'all doing jail time. What round 2? What do y'all don't question it? Y'all don't question it? Oh girl, round 2 Kiki can. Like, what the hell? Round 2. I don't know about that. I don't understand that.
Babies?
Yeah, I just want at least one.
At least one.
I'll start with that and see how I can manage.
So what are you thinking right away? You're about to get to it? Or you want to do marriage first? You want to do marriage first?
I want to be married
then babies?
first.
Yes.
I really do, because I just want a commitment that doesn't involve an obligation to a baby. You know, I just want.
Okay. And listen, this is a lot of women, y'all. I just want a commitment. Girl, it can't just be, I just want a commitment. And I'm going to keep telling women that talk like this, and you too grown, because Mariah, you 28 years old. You are childish. You are childish when you try to minimize what you're truly worthy of. And maybe you don't know what you're worthy of, but to minimize your worth so low to the point where I just want a commitment, that's it. And that's what it actually looks like. It looks like she just wanted a ring. She just wanted the title, the label, the status. She didn't want anything beyond that. She didn't want respect. She didn't want integrity. She didn't want a man that was good character. She just wanted the label. And now that she has that, she's satisfied.
To be like, out of love, not out of responsibility.
I mix up my words too. But yeah, shout out to Mariah Thee Scientists. What?
Nothing!
Shout out.
That's crazy. Let's move on. Girl, I didn't see no Summer Walker. I'm gonna have to look at. I didn't see no Summer Walker interview, but I can't have two birds up here at the same time talking. That's too much. That's too much. We just need one at a time. Check out my Summer Walker video. I did a Summer Walker video, but I can't have two up here at the same time. It's too much. It is way too much. And then, oh my God. And then this was cringy too. So she had a birthday. She seems very clingy. She gives one of those women where she's like a hopeless romantic. And I believe when you are a hopeless romantic, you are a fool. Because you can't be hopeless and romantic when it comes to a man. Okay? You can be romantic, but you don't got to be hopeless. Hopeless means desperation. Hopeless means desperation. Stop speaking that over your life. Stop saying you're a hopeless romantic. It literally means I am desperate for love. You're not desperate for love. Okay? You simply desire romance, but don't put hopeless in front of it. That's scarcity mindset. And you're not scarce when it comes to romance, because you can always romanticize yourself if it's that bad, right? So you're not going to be hopeless, because hopeless would mean you are desperate and you'll put aside your self-respect for romance. And you're not that type of girl. So you can desire romance, but you don't gotta be hopeless about it. Okay? You can be abundant about it. So we need to reword that, because I don't like that. Because the girls that say they're hopeless romantics, they really lack accountability. Like they'll say, well, it kind of gives me the I'm just a girl. And when you say, well, I'm a hopeless romantic, it gives, well, this is why I'm being stupid for love. And it's just like, no, that shit is whack. I'm gonna need you to stop saying that. Stop speaking that over your life. You desire romance. There's nothing wrong with that. Just say, I desire romance. But hopeless just means desperation, and it lacks accountability. Okay? Just like, well, I'm just a girl. You're still a grown woman. So she come across clingy to me. Very clingy, very hopeless romantic. I'm just a lover girl, and I just don't understand why I can't find anyone that wants to love me for me, because you don't have any boundaries. And so you just don't have the self-respect, which is why you're getting these experiences. So let's click on it. She just seems very clingy to me. Happy birthday to you. Girl, a phone case? You have a phone case with this man on the back of it? Oh, I like that. Hopeful romantic. Yeah, let's get rid of the less. Okay, we're abundant. Hopeful. I like that. This is too much. No wonder he was like, here, damn, take this ring. Listen, she needs to be obsessed with herself. And you know what's so crazy? If she was obsessed with herself, her entire life would be so different. This man is and the reason why I'm saying this is because this man only wants to be with Mariah because he's obsessed with her energy. He's obsessed with what her energy does for him. And that tells me that if Mariah knew her value, knew her worth, knew how expensive her energy was, to the point where this man doesn't really love her or like her, he just likes what her energy does for him, she would live a totally different life. But she's obsessed with people outside of herself, a man outside of herself. And the whole time he's thirsting for her energy. He's obsessed with her energy and what it provides for him. That's why it's weird, because it's like, girl, you should be so obsessed with yourself. This man should be obsessed over you because of how you're obsessed over yourself, not because he's obsessed with your energy because of what it provides for him. Happy birthday to you. Y'all clap your hands. Happy birthday.
Say, I got a car. You didn't. Haha. Loser, bitches. I'm bitches.
Hey, put the cameras down for a minute.
That's crazy. That's crazy. And then this is another thing too. Interesting. So this is a clip from Mariah back in the day.
Some men don't want to be saved. That nigga ain't want to be saved. He still belongs to the streets. I think eventually most men figure out that they should have accepted some love like that. And then there's other men who will prefer to just run the streets for eternity. And that's
Mariah. So that tells me that she's aware Mariah is exactly where she wants to be. Okay? Which is why I don't feel bad. This is just a cautionary tale. Honestly, I really don't give a fuck. It's sad to see a woman beautiful, talented, literally has the world at her feet and could choose so much better. And you know, it's one thing to see a woman that can't get better, but this is a woman that can actually get better, and this is what she's choosing. That's what is heartbreaking about this situation, is that there are women out here that can't get better, but she's one of those women that could. She's just choosing not. And that's what's sad about it. So one thing I've learned about Young Thug is he knows how to apologize, but he has not mastered change. So he will apologize to Mariah, but he won't stop cheating on her. I'm sorry. He's not going to stop cheating. And I need women to understand that. Think of a bad habit that you have, right? It could be anything. It could be doom scrolling on social media. All right? It gives you a high. It gives you like some type of adrenaline rush. Or maybe it just simply makes you happy. Maybe it just makes you happy. Or you are using it to escape. Maybe you doom scroll to escape. Think of something, a bad habit that you struggle with. All right? How hard is it for you to break? Have you tried? How many attempts have you tried to break this habit, to break this pattern, to get out of this cycle where you are still addicted or you're struggling with breaking this addiction? Think of whatever your vice is, because we all have them, right? Well, his is sex. His is cheating. His is to have options. Like, that's just what it is. He likes to have options. So one thing I also realized about Young Thug is that he wants public redemption because of those leaked audio clips of his jail phone calls. But he still wants to live a lie. Like, he wants the public redemption, but he still wants to live a lie. And he feels loved by Mariah. I feel like he feels loved by her, but he still wants to cheat. All right? He proposed, but he will still have his options open. That is just the facts. So when you think of taking a man back, think about how hard it is for you to break behavioral patterns. Like, just like prime example, maybe you have a routine in place where you always go to this coffee shop every morning to get coffee. And now you're like, I need to exercise financial discipline. Let me cut the coffee. But you struggle with that. And sometimes you find yourself back at that coffee shop on a Wednesday when you said you were going to cut back. So when you think of taking a man back and you think about the issues that you all had in your relationship dynamic, think about how hard it is to break patterns that require discipline, accountability, responsibility, ownership. Like, think about that. If it's hard for you, it's hard for them. And if it takes time for you, it's gonna take time for them. So let's continue.
Cool too, but he can't be for me. Can't be for me.
Oh my gosh. Let me see. What else? So it's so crazy. She kind of reminds me of Jasmine with how she used to talk before she got with Young Thug versus how she talks now. And then this was cringy too.
Baby, this for you. Where you at? Be purposeless without you. I want it, but ask you. You can find me to be better. Challenge me for the better. Sit back and let me pour out my love.
Cringe, cringe, cringe. You know when you feel cringy and you're like, why is it painful? It's painful. When things feel cringy, it's very painful. Girl, it's your birthday. It's your birthday. And you're singing Cater to You on your birthday. Shouldn't that man be singing Cater to You to you? Am I tripping, y'all? Am I really tripping? Does she make anything really truly about herself? Like, I don't get it. Like, on her birthday. That's why I'm saying, like, y'all, if she is a pick me. Like, it's painful. It's cringy. The phone case. Am I your baby? Also, she accepts gifts that she does not like. Okay. I peeped that with the phone call with the jury. What else did she do? Oh, the singing to him on his birthday. I got damn near every question right when it comes to things you like, things you don't like, things about you. I get majority of those answers. This is really sad. This is sad. And this shows the huge energetic imbalance in their relationship. It's awful.
Your way, be purposeless without you. I want it, but as you inspire me to be better, challenge me for the better, sit back and let me pour out my love better. Take off your shoes.
Oh my God, it's too much. Oof. This is so true. That is such a good super chat. I hope the girls listen to it. Take that advice, because you really can't. As soon as you put your self-worth and your self-value into someone else, girl, you on somebody else's time and you live in somebody else's life. And that's an awful place to be.
The thing about it is, I think it didn't have a crazy ripple effect to us because we already knew. So when I was in jail, some people had sent her some phone calls and stuff when I was in jail of me talking to other girls and all that, just like that type shit. So we already knew everything that came on the internet, everything that just happened these last 2 or 3 weeks. Me and her already knew. We already done talked about it. I already got cussed out about it. Broke up with, got back together, moved on. All this shit happened when I was in jail. And that was just another burden, like another fucking situation I was dealing with in jail, you know? So we was already past it. Obviously, it played a new part because it's like she was told all these things by me when I was in jail, but she ain't never heard it.
That's a lie. You mean you didn't tell her everything? Oh God! And then Mariah, do you really think Mariah is stupid, or she plays dumb because that's how she gets picked? I don't think Mariah is stupid, because if you listen to some of her older interviews, you clearly hear she's not stupid. It's like when you see a girl that gets with a guy and all of a sudden she just turned dumb overnight.
So now it's another sadness, another sad moment. It's just like, damn, bro, you already cried about this shit. You already done goddamn cussed me out, chewed me out about this. Like, you already done did. We already done went through this whole motion. Like, I'm not trying to relive this shit because the internet is hearing it. Like, we already know about it. We been knew about it. You chose to stay with me, so it's just like, we rocking.
You chose to stay with me, so we rocking.
Relive this shit because the internet is hearing it. Like, we already know about it. We been knew about it. You chose to stay with me, so it's just like, we rocking. You know what I'm saying? But I had to just sit down and listen to her point of view.
That part, that triggers me. Girl, it triggers me in my soul, girl. I can feel it in my feet, girl. It got my eye wanting to start twitching. Like, did he just say that? Did that shit just leave his fucking mouth? What the hell? And then he's so disrespectful. Oh my God. And see, these are the type of women that these men love. Not love in the sense of love, but like they love how they're able to get their way. That's it. And she's still gonna be there. Girl, my pride, my pride is something serious, because ain't no way I would ever be in a position where a man can sit up on a podcast and say some stupid shit like that. Well, you tell us to say. I will never allow a man to have me in a position where he can even fix his lip to say some shit like that. Woo, girl, that make you want to fly across the room. Just jump on him.
And she just was like, it's a different when me and you know, and we moving. Like, nigga, I'm a motherfucking phenomenon too. Like, I'm the world look at me.
Amazing.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a not. You know what I'm saying? She like, shit. I'm one of them too. So
I
she,
like that too.
Yeah, like, nigga, I'm like that too. Yeah. You got to understand. I knew about it, but like, nigga, it's a.
Do y'all think there's some jealousy, some competition? Cause that kind of give a little undertone. Competition. I can see some jealousy fester in there. Cause what that got to do with you cheating on her though? Did we hear that? Did I hear that right?
I'm one of them too. So
I like that too.
Yeah, like fucking phenomenon too. Like I'm the world look at me.
Amazing.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a not. You know what I'm saying? She like shit. I'm one of them too. So
I like that too.
Yeah, like nigga, I'm like that too. Yeah. You got to understand. I knew about it, but like nigga, it's a different type of embarrassment to see like a nigga that you riding with or you just holding down through this dark ass moment, just be on the phone with another bitch, no matter what it's about. Like I just had to sit like.
You know what's so crazy? And this is why I don't trust men like this. So Mariah was a dummy bitch when you was talking to the other woman in jail, and now the other woman is the bitch. And see, this is why, like, when it comes to men, I never take the man's side. I never do. Especially when it comes to another woman, like me and another woman, I'm never taking the man's side. Because they always do that. They try to play the other woman against the other woman, and then the other woman is played against the other woman over here. And it's just like, I don't do that. It's always going to be us and that fucking man. It's always going to be us and the man. If it ever comes down to me and another woman, and we in some type of triangle, I don't care what it is. Like, he was talking to us both at the same time. It's us and then it's that man. It's never, oh, it's me and the man and her. Like, no, it's going to be us women and that fucking man. Because this is what they do. This is literally what they do. They always trying to make it seem like this woman over here who he was dealing with is of lesser value than this woman over here that he was dealing with. But he equally sees them as lesser value. It just depends on who he's around at that time that serves him for that time. And if he has to throw the other woman under the bus to this woman over here, that's what he's going to do.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, can't stand it. Can't stand it. Girl, and you know what's crazy about all of this? I could say all of this, right? This could be the end of the video. I could wrap all of this up right now. Mariah wants to be where she is. That's what I need. And listen, I need women. 2026, when we go into 2026, I need you to understand that a lot of these women that you feel so sorry for, you heard them out, you heard their stories. We could go down the damn list. They are where they want to fucking be. They are where they want to be. And you know what I'm going to be? Minding my damn business. They are where they want to fucking be. Okay? They're not stupid. They're being stupid on purpose because they are where they want to be. So where they want to be, they got to be stupid. Just solve 2026. No need in us doing the story time breakdowns. They are where they want to be. No need in us giving sympathy to sob-ass stories. Oh, he played you. Oh, my God, he left you. Oh, my God, da-da-da-da. She is where she wants to be, right? And no need in you doing all of that. Well, we leaving that in 2025, girl, because I'm tired. You not tired? I'm tired.
For me personally, I hate a public romantic gesture.
Always have, always will. I think it's embarrassing. I don't like the show that you're putting on. It feels like it's not about me. I feel like it feels like you just want attention. You know what I'm saying? And you want everybody to be whispering, and you want everyone to think that you're a good guy and that you're so romantic and you're so sweet and you're putting on a show for these people.
I hate public proposals. If it's family, to me, that's just intentional, right? But I'm talking about like random public proposals. I feel like it's super manipulative. Now, if your man plans and he wants or your family to be there or both of your families to be there and he chooses a time and a place, I feel like that's a man truly being intentional. But when it's situations like the one that we witnessed, the undertone to this particular proposal really gave manipulation. It really gave, and it gave careless. It didn't give any real thought. He wasn't really intentional at all. He just was like, oh, I'm gonna propose to her tonight while she's on stage working. It just wasn't really special to me. And then you have those men that do propose in public, but it was pre-planned. And he made that moment special. And I just didn't get that vibe from Mariah. It just came across very manipulative.
I've never liked it, never will like it. And I know there are other women who feel differently. I know there are other women who think that it's so romantic. You know, to each their own. Just because it's not my thing doesn't mean that it can't be your thing. But one thing I will say about a public proposal is that it takes away your right to say no. It takes away your right to decline the offer. Because there is...
That's what I don't like about it. I family and friends, I don't see anything wrong with that. I feel like that's pretty normal to me. But it's those random public proposals in public, and it's like the undertone really be given, we just had a big fight, or the undertone really gives, we are not on the same page. This is not the trajectory of our relationship right now because we still need to work some things out within our relationship, and then boom, he proposes as a form of manipulation, and then it's in public, and then it's like if she says no, he puts there's an energetic shift that if she says no, then she will look like the villain because it was a public proposal. But he doesn't look like the villain because he proposed, you know, in society. Well, I proposed. I said I wanted to marry you, woman. Why don't you want to marry me? So then it's like there's a shift of energy. There's a transfer of energy when it comes to these public proposals. That's what I don't like. And that's why it comes across like super manipulative, because a lot of women don't feel like they can say no. And we've seen women say yes and then later had to tell that man no. It's crazy.
The pressure of the audience that's going to want and, you know what I'm saying, cheer on for it to happen because, oh my God, it's so romantic. So it essentially puts you in a hot seat where the only thing that you can say is yes. Young Thug proposes to Mariah Thee Scientists in the middle of a concert. And it's almost like, that seems kind of familiar. Like, we've...
Listen, somebody said, I think y'all are projecting. Listen, I'm giving my opinion about her proposal. I'm not giving my opinion from the perspective of how Mariah feels. I don't know how many times I got to tell y'all that this is simply a cautionary tale, and I'm speaking from the point of view of what we witnessed and how we saw it. Mariah is so damn delusional, she probably did think it was romantic. She probably did think it was romantic. I'm not arguing with you about that. She probably did. She probably think a lot of things that he do is romantic. Him taking his shit. She probably think that shit's romantic. Her smelling his shit. She probably think, oh, that's so sexy. Damn. Daddy, am I your baby? She probably... So, no. I'm telling you how I saw the proposal. It's my opinion. It was trash. It was awful. It was, he could have did better. And then me saying he could have did better is just me saying, woman to woman, you deserve better than that. What's wrong with women saying that's not good enough for us? What's wrong with us saying we actually deserve better than that? We deserve more effort. We deserve a man being intentional. I don't understand. But when it comes to Mariah, hell yeah, she thought that shit was romantic. She probably went to bed fantasizing like, oh my God, I can't believe. He finally proposed to me. I've been waiting for this. But that proposal was trash. It just really lacked intentional. Like, I'm being intentional. I'm being so intentional. I plan to change my ways. I'm being so intentional that I want a future with you and I know what that future looks like and I want to make that happen. It didn't give that. Like, it just didn't. It just didn't. It did not get that. But do I think Mariah loved it? Absolutely. Absolutely. I think she adored it, to be honest. She probably would make a scrapbook about it and everything.
Done this before, no? Girl spends a bunch of months being like, my man, I love my man, I love my man, I love my man. And then he publicly cheats and embarrasses her. And apologizes through this big, very public gesture, like proposing on stage with 10, 20,000 people there to witness it and also record it on their phones.
Now, listen, I got something to say. I've only experienced this from Black men. I have not experienced this from other races. Not saying that they're not capable. I just have not experienced this. But the girls will let me know in the chat box. Okay, so one thing I learned about Black men is that they feel like you have to earn their love. All right? And their way, especially when they're toxic, all right? When they are toxic, they feel like you have to earn their love. So they'll do toxic things like cheat. And they want to see what your tolerance level is. And if you pass the test for endurance, when it comes to cheating, wasting your time, dragging your ass through the mud, and you still there, and you endured, okay? You overcame the outside baby. You overcame how his mama is always in y'all's fucking business. You overcame the fact that he didn't have no damn job and he was broke, and you overcame the fact that he cheated on you not once but several times. All right, you overcame the fact that he gave you an STD. They test your tolerance level. They test your endurance. And I believe that when Young Thug was in jail, he was testing Mariah from the whole lengthy legal battle that he had with this RICO case, from the cheating that he did. All right. That was a test. And it's a dummy test. It's a dummy test. And she passed with flying colors. And she won a prize. Young Thug. And that's all that this is. That's all this is. And he actually is like, okay, she passed that test and I can siphon off of her energy and benefit off of her energy creatively. Kind of like how Big Sean did Janae. And yeah, so him cheating and then the whole RICO case was a test and she passed. That's it. That's all this was. And so he decided to propose.
Now, in this particular story between Cardi and Offset, then afterward they get married, Cardi gets pregnant, and then Cardi is stuck also raising his kids. He have other kids and they're brought around and she's responsible for them as well. The cheating that he did before engagement never stopped. It continues throughout the entire marriage. They get together and get engaged at a point in time where he is technically more famous than she is, but she is a star on the rise, very much a Star is Born, right? Where attaching her name to his is upping her fame, is making her more famous. And just like in A Star is Born, a movie you should watch, by the way, the Bradley Cooper one, amazing. But just like in A Star is Born, that the more famous that she gets, the less famous that he becomes, and the more bitter and angry he gets at her because he feels like the failures of his career she is personally responsible for. But this situation is different because Young Thug also does have kids that I watched Mariah Thee Scientists post a video about the other day calling them her kids, which is like interesting. It's like, wow, you're a young girl and now can take on the responsibility of a stepmom for what is that, 5 kids, 6 kids? Congratulations. But it's okay because Young Thug is famous and he's successful and he didn't go through a blimp, right? Or a situation where he was not in the public eye for X amount of years and hasn't really been able to make a comeback like that. He didn't go to jail or anything like that, and that didn't derail his career at all. And the time that he was in jail, his girlfriend who he got with when she was barely famous has suddenly become a star on the rise, and her career has started taking off and started making a name for herself. So much so, when they went to an award show together for the first time after he got out of jail, he was expecting to bring her as his plus one. He didn't realize that she got invited all on her own and would have been there even if he wasn't there. And then when he saw that all the reporters are calling her name and wanted to ask her questions about her music career, he caught an attitude and dragged her away.
Correct. Good thing. And you know who else their relationship really gives career-wise? Ike and Tina. Not the abuse, the career aspects. Girl, that red carpet video, I was like, the hell, why is he dragging that girl like that? It really gave Ike and Tina. It gave Ike and Tina.
Because this situation is so different than Cardi B's situation, and therefore the ending of it is going to be so different. I'd say that I'm shocked that the girls don't watch the other girls around them and learn their lesson, right? That, like, she wouldn't see Cardi B's situation and be like, you know what, I'm not going to make the same mistakes. But I'm not surprised with that, because I think the reason why the girls don't learn from other girls is because all of the girls think they're special. All of the girls think that they're the exceptions to the rule. That their love story with their guy is so different than everybody else's, right? Like, he's a brand new, different person. There's never been another human being on earth who has the same thoughts and the same mind as him. So therefore, your fairy tale is going to have a different ending because you are the exception.
And then, girl, the girls are saying she has a father figure. Like, she grew up in the home with her daddy. Makes no sense.
You know, good luck, Charlie.
Mariah is like a suburban girl that grew up in a middle-class home, I think, with a father, a mother, a sister. I'm not understanding that. Doesn't make any sense to me. It reminds me of some of the girls I grew up with. I'm just like, why are you choosing this for yourself when you don't have to?
No. No. Put it on me. Would you say, put it on me?
That's hold on. We gotta come back because I gotta show y'all how he dragged her off the red carpet. Where he dragged? Oh, here it is. And you know, this is so sad because this was a big moment for her. Let me keep rewinding it because I want to show y'all how I don't give two fucks about PR relationships, because I be damn if this is what we seeing on the red carpet when it comes to your moment and you got a man dragging you away from an opportunity that could really alter your career. This is why I don't care if the relationship is PR. I don't care. I don't care. Because that's unacceptable. And then it gives, oh, Mariah's not likable. Mariah's not approachable. Oh, we can't talk to Mariah. This is awful. This is why I'm like, PR relationships are cool with me. So we don't have these issues. It's awful. And she looks so pretty too. Oh, it's just a mess. And she think about marrying this. That's why I said it give Ike and Tina. He's controlling. So that means he's controlling her career. It's crazy. It's just too much. Okay, let's see. Let's go back to the proposal. Then the proposal. I feel like Young Thug has the ability to be physically abusive because he's aggressive with her. Like when he grabbed her on stage, I was like, damn, why are you always yanking this girl around? It's weird. And then people are like, Yoni, you're being so dramatic. It wasn't like that. It really gave here. Damn. I ain't never seen no man yank a woman for a proposal. Seriously. I have never seen it. I was like, damn, he really was on some here. Damn. Take it. To this day, y'all, what did that girl say? What did she say? Does anybody know what she said? I done tried to play it back. Then I was like, damn, should I turn on my captions? What did she say to him? Shaky.
Oh. Put it on. Shaky.
Oh.
Put it on.
Shaky? She said shaky? Girl, they must have a different language. They must have a weird language because I was like, girl, what did you say?
My favorites, let's go.
She said, oh, I'm shaking? Okay.
Yeah.
The ring fell?
Yeah.
The ring fell? Or something else fell?
My favorites, let's go. Yeah.
Wait a minute, y'all. The ring fell? The ring fell? Girl, I know her ancestors was like, move that shit out the way. I know her ancestors was like, kick that ring. Kick that ring out the way. They don't, the crowd did not see.
Yeah.
Guess I'm getting married. Now my mouth is dead ass open. I'm like, bro, this
He
is
really just proposed.
y'all, ladies, girl, I know y'all are not justifying what we just witnessed on that stage, girl. That was awful. Girl,
Like at the concert. I thought this was just a song.
No, but he proposed to her.
Like, is this authentic?
Is this real?
Is this really
Am
happening?
I living life?
I can't believe. I don't think. There's no way this is real. There's no way this is real.
ooh, girl, that's a mess. Girl, girl, that's a mess. That's a mess.
No. No. Put it on me. Would you say, put it on me? That's embarrassing as fuck. That is embarrassing as fuck. As fuck. I need y'all to take a journey with me. I want you to picture this. You are a young, fine, hot, talented, making money ass young lady. And you encounter a criminal with multiple baby mamas. And you say, yes, I want that criminal with multiple baby mamas who looks a fucking mess because Young Thug ugly AF. I don't believe in love that much. No, I don't get it. I don't get it. This man is a menace to society, like a quite.
You know who I want to hear from? I want to talk to her daddy. I'm like, sir, did you approve of this? Did you know your daughter was getting engaged to? Proposed to? I need to know. And where do you fit in all of this? Cause is he her manager? I have so many questions. Did her daddy know? Did he ask for his hand in marriage to Mariah? Like I have so many questions. I don't get it. Like, this is a huge liability. This is huge liability.
Literally a menace to society. He's not a good person. He's not a good person. I don't care. He's not a good person. And then
And that's the thing for me. It's like, he's really not a good person. He betrayed a lot of people, which was why those jail call audio phone calls were leaked. Betrayal was heard on those phone calls. He's cheated on her. Like, there's no one that he's really been loyal to. He's not even loyal to his kids. He's not loyal to the women that he's created children with. He's not loyal to anybody. He's not a good person. Why would you choose somebody like that? He's not even good to the people that's known him longer than you have. I don't get it.
a womanizer. He's in jail for 2 years. And in those 2 years, he is actively cheating on you. A man behind bars is cheating on you. And then audio of him cheating on you is leaked.
Crazy. I don't get it.
Ew. Yuck.
I don't understand Dior. And it's crazy because, like, you could want better for somebody, but if they don't want it for themselves, it's a lost cause.
I'm gonna keep it real with you, Slime. Like, coming out of jail, and we're like, man, what the fuck is this nigga doing, bro? Like, it's like you ain't learn your lesson. And all this shit going on, hearing these calls, talking on the phone, like, what the hell wrong with this nigga? I know you was in there praying, right?
Absolutely.
Like, it's like, do you not understand your prayers got answered?
And it's crazy because it's like, these type of men, they always wear sunglasses. They always wear sunglasses. It never fails. I always tell the girls about the sunglasses. Do not trust men with sunglasses. Okay? They trying to hide behind something. He always got to have these sunglasses on.
You understand that, but you also listening to people tell you, like, well, you the wizard. You ain't going to prison. And then you got to understand, man, I was in jail 3 years, bro. Like, I was praying 3 whole years. At some point, I started thinking, like, the prayers ain't working. You got to understand that, too. Like, I'm going through shit every day. I'm looking at my best friend, them do what they do. I'm looking at this. I'm looking at certain shit. And it's making me feel how I'm feeling. Like, I ain't never been a nigga to talk about nobody else in my life on the phone with nobody else. I've never been that type of nigga. These last few days, I've been sitting around like, what the fuck was I thinking? Like, what I was doing?
I appreciate you saying that.
I think I was just so fucked up, and I just felt like it was just over. Like,
you see how he's sitting down with this man, and you see how the conversation is going? It lacks accountability. He is mirroring to me in this interview. The reason why I'm showing y'all this interview is he is mirroring most likely how he shows up in his relationship with Mariah. Just listen. And he doing this to another grown man.
I ain't never been a nigga to talk about nobody else in my life on the phone with nobody else. I've never been that type of nigga.
I didn't mean to cheat on you. I didn't mean to cheat. I was locked up. I was fucked up. I was fucked up and I cheated, but I didn't mean it. That's what it sound like. That's what he sound like.
These last few days, I've been sitting around like, what the fuck was I thinking? Like, what I was doing?
I appreciate you saying that.
I think I was just so fucked up, and I just felt like it was just over. Like, I'm just sitting in jail 24 hours on 23 and 1. I'm in a cell 23 hours. Like, at this point, I'm just like, man, I don't give a fuck. Life, it ain't what I'm thinking it is. Like, I'm just talking. At this point, I'm just talking. At this point, I'm just holding conversations with my girl. But the crazy part is, all these conversations that I had on the phone, I also had with the same who I was talking about on the phones. So that's why it don't seem weird between me and them. Because I done held these same conversations with one of y'all. I done heard.
I'm tired of people saying we haters and then the shit come out later, and it's just like, we were right. and listen, right? I don't trust the proposal because he has a behavioral pattern. The reason why you see women consistently end up in these situations with men is because they don't know how to recognize patterns, not within themselves and not in other people, not in how other people show up in their life, and not how their own behavioral patterns keeps them in these cycles that keeps them losing. Like, they don't have pattern recognition. So of course the only thing they can think is hater, but the whole time we can see what this is about to turn out to be, because we're trusting the pattern, not what this man is saying, not the act of proposal, but who this man has consistently shown up to be. And you want to be delusional because he proposed? It's crazy. It's crazy. This man has a long history and pattern of just not being a good person. That if it comes down to it, he will do whatever serves him in that moment. You could be a friend, a lover, a family member. He's still going to do what's best for him at the end of the fucking day. It just don't have nothing to do with hating on this woman being proposed to. It's simply, we know who this man is because of who he's shown himself to be over the last few years. That's it. That's all this is. And it's not rocket science. Like, it's not rocket science to know how this shit is about to turn out. It's not rocket science. If you feel like it's rocket science, I actually feel bad for you. I do. This man has not underwent any real change. He's just making promises. This proposal was just a promise. That's it. And he breaks his promises. He's already proven that. So why would you trust the proposal? I mean, I just don't feel like this is rocket science. He created a moment by proposing, but trust and commitment is built by utilizing and exercising consistency under temptation. And the reason why this is not a changed man is because he has not shown consistency when it comes to being committed to Mariah when he's facing temptation. He has not shown it at all. This is using discernment. This is not being surface level judgy. I feel like when people are surface level judgy, they do things like hate, right? They're jealous, right? But when you're discerning, you're literally seeing how this man has no consistency within his commitments to anyone when he's facing temptation. He's always going to do what serves him in that moment. So he hasn't really dismantled the behavior and pattern where he always falls weak to temptation. That's all it is. And it's the same thing with that, what's his name? That Michigan coach. He doesn't do well with commitment because he shows no consistency, because when he's in the face of temptation, he folds. That's just the truth. So temptation is something that Young Thug still struggles with. He still wants to have his options open. He still wants to be out here in the streets. He still wants to be able to do his thing because he's Young Thug. He's a phenomenon, right? And he wants to be able to cheat, utilize her energy, and create and advance his career. Or get his fading career back on track. Kind of like Offset. That's why people are complaining comparing this situation to Offset. So until this man breaks Sharon Moore, that Michigan coach, until this man actually breaks the pattern where when he's in the face of temptation, he always folds and he goes back on his commitment, I'm just not here for this proposal at all. Like, that's what it really is for me. Because everything else is just an opinion. Like, it's really just an opinion of, I don't like the proposal. I don't like the ring. Da da da. That's just my opinion. But when it comes to the meat and the potatoes of this conversation, this man has not worked on himself long enough and well enough for him to recognize the pattern of temptation, which is his weakness. So, regardless of our opinions about the proposal, hell, her fucking wedding dress on her wedding day, he hasn't broke this pattern, so it doesn't even matter. And he has a very unaccountable, dishonest behavioral pattern that has not been broken. So until I see that, I would never take this man serious.
Yeah, these same conversations with Savage. How I feel about him, how I feel about Wham, how I feel about this, how I feel about every situation. We talk like men, we brothers, we talk. They tell me how they feel about certain things. So we all align. We won, we what we is, but you gotta understand, like, my standpoint. I'm locked up. Nigga, I'm on the phone talking to my girl every day. This is the only person I'm talking to on the phone. This is the only person that I can talk to. Like, I can't even talk to my family because they just like, how they is, it ain't good for my case.
And see, it's comments like this is like, that's why the proposal really gave here, damn, because that's all y'all care about. Y'all don't care about who you should care more about who you're being proposed by, like who's proposing to you, more than you care about the proposal. Y'all care more about the proposal than who's proposing. You care more about the proposal than who is actually proposing to you. And it's crazy because it really does give Cardi B, because Cardi B prided herself on being different, becoming a wife before a baby mama, before a single mother. And she didn't even think about who was proposing to her. And now this man is trying to take her for half of everything that she has. You should care more about who's proposing than just being proposed to. It's going to fuck up your money. It's going to fuck up your career. And then all it's going to do is add more stress to your life. That's it. So focus on who's proposing and not so much on being proposed to. Because it may not even be worth your time. It's 2025. We about to go in 2026. It may not be worth your time. It may be the worst investment that you ever make in your life.
Can be on the phone, they don't understand certain things. So if I be on the phone with them, they might say the wrong thing on the phone. So now I can't talk to them. Now I can't talk to Bank. I don't want the police to get on Bank. Now I can't talk to Wham. I don't want the police to get on him. I don't want the police to get on Savage. I don't want the police to get on Pluto. It's just so much shit in my mind to the point where I'm just...
And I'm seeing a pattern with women. It's always, it's just the proposal. It's just the baby. It's the revenge is what I'm looking for. And it's like, y'all don't think further beyond that? And this is why we have to call y'all birds, because that's what it gives. It's like you don't think with longevity. You think from an emotional place. Feelings and situations change very quickly. Very quickly. But you're still stuck on feelings and you're not thinking long term. And that's why I said that mindset is very childish. It's very childish. It does not give grown women whatsoever. It gives little girl still fantasizing about shit that doesn't even exist, and you're a grown woman now. It gives little girl math when you should be doing grown women math. That it's more advanced. You should be thinking far beyond just a proposal, just revenge, just a baby. Like, you should be thinking way, way, way beyond that. But if you stopping at just this and just that, just you're not thinking beyond that. I'm telling you right now, at 33 years old, you're gonna look up and hate your life. You're gonna look up and hate your life. Seriously, I'm at that age where I'm around women that hate their life because they hate their choices. And the reason why they hate their fucking choices is because they didn't think beyond just.
Like, I'm confining myself. I mean, not confined. I'm like trapping myself to just communicate with one person. And then I might go to court and just get body slammed by the motherfucking judge, bro. And then I just got to come back to the jail. Now I'm on the phone with somebody that I love, whoever it is I'm on the phone with, and they like, man, goddamn, or goddamn, they say, this nigga right here been up pulling up on bro. This nigga pull up. Now, of course, I'm just like, bro, I just got body slammed by the jail. I'm just feeling how I'm feeling, bro. I'm just saying what I'm saying. Like, I ain't even tripping on that. I'm just saying what I'm saying. And I done told all these niggas these same things.
But looking back on it, how you feel? You just said, goddamn, like, damn, you feel like you were tripping.
I feel like I was tripping, but I feel like, cause I ain't never did shit like that. I ain't never pillow talk with no girl ever in life. I ain't never in my life held no conversation with no girl about no another nigga ever until jail. And I've been trying to figure out, like, why the hell was I even doing that? And then I just...
Remember I tell you when someone has to over-explain themselves, they lying?
I had to, like, think back to when I was in jail. Because I did a long time in jail, so I know how to think right back to when I was in jail right now.
So you've been reflecting?
Hell yeah, and that's another thing I don't even want to do. That's why I don't even respect the phone call shit coming out, because all it do is make me think about when I was in jail, going through fighting for my life. All it do is make my girl think about those long ass conversations on the phone. We praying and we doing shit and hoping that I can get away from this shit and come out of it. Like, that's the weird part about this shit that's happening. Like,
and then this is another thing too. Like, he's so used to getting away with things, he's not gonna try to show up better because there's no pressure to. He's with a woman that doesn't require change of him because she'll forgive him. She'll accept the broken promises. She'll accept the cheating. She'll look past it. And then even men in the industry, I feel like whoever this guy is, he's not really holding him accountable too for what he did. So why is there any need to change? There's no pressure to change. There's no real reason to change. He is just going to continue to lie and get out of shit. Talk his way out of things because that's what's always worked.
This shit, this shit just like a fun moment in the memes on the internet and trying to just like tarnish my existence and just my real shit, my real life to like just to have fun with it. But not knowing, like, but this shit traumatizing the hell. This shit goddamn make me remember when I was in jail. This shit make me remember those dark ass days and moments I had, bro. This shit make my girl cry. She ain't even tripping about what we saying on the phone. They said, whatever I say, I can say twice.
And it's crazy how he keeps talking about Mariah crying and you don't really get any empathy from him. It's more of, give me sympathy because this has made my girl cry, but I don't feel any sympathy for her or empathy for her. But I want you to feel sympathy for me because she's crying. He's weird. This is the I can't believe I got girls in the chat really defending this. I really can't. Like, this is terrible, y'all. This is terrible. This is so terrible. And then these are the relationships y'all root for, but you don't root for PR relationships? I don't get it. Y'all like to fantasize about the perfect romantic relationships, but then this shit is a hot ass mess. This ain't even giving romance. And y'all want to complain about PR relationships that are giving romance? Make it make sense. Because it ain't making no sense.
I'm a grown man. I'm a man. Whatever I say twice. And I done said it to every nigga. They know that. So I ain't tripping on that part. I'm tripping on just like the world not knowing that. I'm tripping on the world just, oh, but look at this. Oh, hey, y'all, here go another phone call. Here go. It's just like, bro, y'all ain't understand what's going on.
Let me say this. If you knowing that you told these people and you was on the side, how would you look at that? If you was from the sideline, just listening to Slime on the phone, on the jail phone, talking to Savage, talking to your girl, just about like everything, how would you look at that? If you didn't know, like you said, you done told these same people this, how would you look at it?
It depends. If I was on the sideline and I never been in that situation, like no jail shit or fight for my life, I probably would look at it how people looking at it that ain't never been through shit.
Okay.
They probably looking at it like, man, you some bullshit. Why the hell you talking about?
This is a prime example of a man that moves off ego and not principle. So when, and there are people out here that can be in like a survival environment and still choose principle. He's not one of those men. He will choose ego. He will choose whatever serves his ego during that time. And when he was in jail and he was locked up and he was going through a dark time, he had misery in his life. He was just spewing that because that's what fed his ego during that time. So he's not the type of man that's going to choose principle over his ego. He's going to choose ego every single time. So it's another thing. Like I always say that men are not perfect. Men will make mistakes, but always choose the man that has integrity, because he will do right by you when he's wrong and when he's right. When he made a mistake and when he got it right. He's always going to do right by you because he has integrity. So that's a man that will put his ego aside, step into his principles, and do right by you. But an ego-driven man would never. So you have his baby, he's going to choose ego. You marry him, in that marriage, it will always be about his ego and worshiping his ego. It will not be about traditions and family, because that is a principled man. An ego-driven man is all about self-worship. So you worship his ego. The relationship will be his ego. It will not be commitment. It won't be any of the things that you truly are desiring really from men. It will be the complete opposite, because this is an ego-driven man. That's it. He's not principle-based at all. This is why women should put more focus into a man's character and not just who he is and his pockets and things like that. Because when you're dealing with an egotistical man, you like in a Ponzi scheme. When you're dealing with a principled man, there's stability that comes with that. There's security that comes with dealing with a principled man. But if it's ego, ain't no security. Like, you're gonna remain in survival mode. And it's the reason why, like, we would see women escape those trad wife lifestyles, because they were in survival mode, and their survival was stroking that man's ego, just so they could get what they want, just so they could get what the kids need, just so they could have a home to live in. It was constant ego stroking, and it was survival mode. And that's what this marriage is going to be if she follows through with this marriage.
But if I was that had experienced certain shit, I would look at it another way.
It's just crazy. So he thinks that this public proposal will erase his private behavior, and his private behavior was made public. So that's going to be hard to do, but the internet never forgets. The internet never forgets. The North always remembers. So yeah, he thought that this was going to create some type of redemption arc, but you can't have a redemption arc without real change. And so he wants this redemption arc. This podcast is supposed to help him get that redemption arc, but you can't have redemption arcs without real change. So he's just gonna apologize. He's just gonna sit and make excuses about, well, you ain't never been in no situation like that. You've never had your life on the line like that. So he's just going to make excuses for himself and continue to make broken promises. And the proposal was just a broken promise that he already made. It is very clear that this proposal came across more as self-interest. And this public proposal was also his emotional security. Because I feel like men can tell when you're energetically slipping away from them. When they feel in control of you, and they can tell when they're losing control of you, or they feel like they're losing like an energetic grip. And I feel like recently, with what we've been seeing from Mariah within his career, he's been losing that grip a little bit. He's been losing a little bit of control when it comes to Mariah. And part of that control, too, is that his ego is the center of their relationship. So, like, she could never be greater than him. She would always have to be under him, because he's an egotistical man. He's an ego-driven man. He's not principled at all. So, like, she can't outshine him. She can't. Not in this relationship. Which means Mariah will never reach the potential that she could when she's in a relationship with this man. And he's already showed you, like, I'm a phenomenal person too. And it's just like there's that clash already. So And she's not even in her full potential. She's not. It's so sad. It is so sad. So I think he also proposed to her right now during this crucial time of her rise, which is very similar to Cardi B, because I believe Offset saw her rise coming and approaching. And so what he did was propose so that she wouldn't leave him. And I believe Young Thug is doing the same thing. He proposed at this very moment in her life because as she continues to elevate, because she will, he knows that she won't leave or she can't leave because now she's married. And what Cardi did, which was leave Offset, that was the one thing that he did not want. So Cardi didn't have to move on to a new man. She didn't have to have a revenge baby. Her leaving was enough. That's all she had to do, was just simply leave that man, because that's what he always feared. And that's what Young Thug fears. He fears that she will actually leave. But Mariah does not see that. I don't know why. She does not see it that way.
I'm just going to say it. When Thug had his power and his popularity and fame, he dogged Mariah. He was cheating on her, embarrassing the shit out of her, had his exes and all these other women embarrassing the shit out of her. He even had her outside fighting over him.
And listen, someone said Halle Bailey and doo-doo garbage. I also want to say too, typically when a man feels like he's losing control or grip over you, a toxic man, he is going to either impregnate you or he's going to marry you. And I think Mariah has done a really good job. This is some credit. She's done a really good job not getting pregnant, because I feel like that's his go-to method, is to impregnate. But for whatever reason, she just never allowed that to happen. And so he had no choice but to propose to her.
Things changed. Now, Thug is one of the most heated people on the internet right now. Nobody is fucking with him. And Mariah is in her glow. Mariah's glow up and her fame and popularity changed the dynamic. So now this man wants to marry her. Like, why do men do that? Men want to commit when they're down or when they're not as up and established as they could be. But when a man gets on and a man has their money and they're in their power, they're cheating on us and dogging us. Like, I do not fucking understand it. And Mariah, you're going to go and say yes. I guess you're getting married. Like, whatever. Whatever.
Were we all looking at this proposal like this? Because this is how I was looking. I was like, what the hell? Oh, ooh, no. Ooh, no, she did. Oh my God, this is awful. The nightmare.
Dear Lord, I come before you to pray over my niece, Mariah Thee Scientist. God, block the spirit of this cockroach nigga in her life.
Listen. Somebody said she's a Scorpio. She's playing the game to a certain degree. You know, I'm going to talk about Akira too. You can't play a game from the vantage point of you're getting fucked over. Do y'all not understand that? You're not winning anything. You're not playing chess. You're playing Uno. You're not playing chess. Period. I don't know where y'all are getting that from. You're not touched. You get it? Like, you're not touched. Nothing bad happens to you. You're not in discomfort. You're not embarrassed. You're not humiliated. You're not any of those things. Y'all are not doing anything. I don't know who taught y'all game, but like, when you're really winning at it, you're untouched. This girl, her reputation has taken a hit. Them jail calls have leaked and made her look just obsessive and clingy. And it's like, girl, what are we doing? When you're playing a game, you're untouched. You are not sacrificed in the process of playing a game. I need y'all to understand that. You're not in discomfort. You're not in lack. You're not being played with at all. You're not being toyed with. A man is not fucking up your head. If you get touched, you're not playing the game correctly. You should come out untouchable. You should come out on top to the point where you have more than when you went in. If you come out having less, you're not playing anything. You're playing yourself at best. That is it. Like, I need the girls to understand that. You're playing yourself. And that's what I was trying to get the girls to understand about Carisha. She went into that situation and got played. She came out with less. When the game is played correctly, you come out with more. You took no loss. There was no loss to take. You sacrificed nothing. There was nothing to sacrifice. That's how you win.
And
And how do I know this? Because what do men lose? When it's the other way around, what is Young Thug losing? What is he losing when it comes to Mariah? Nothing. He's gaining everything. So when you're a woman and you feel like you're playing some type of game and you have to sacrifice things, you're not winning. And I don't know what game you're playing, but girl, the only game I could think of is you playing yourself. That's it. That's it. And I need the girls to understand that. You're not playing no game. Y'all trying to make it seem like Shelly was playing a game. What game did she play? She lost damn near almost everything. Almost. So I'm just not. Carisha, same thing. She literally lost. Carisha lost her career. Like, she lost the City Girls. She lost her duo group. I need the girls to understand. And maybe y'all need to go. I keep trying to tell y'all, go talk to sex workers. Y'all are talking to the wrong people. Go talk to women that are really in the game. Okay? Y'all are out here getting advice from the wrong people. The best advice, if you're going to get some game, the best advice you can get some real game from is a sex worker.
Lord, for some reason, he felt the need to utilize her moment on stage to center himself after he's wreaked havoc on her life, including hunting on Jezebels and ne'er-do-wells from the people's jail. Additionally, Lord, please bind the spirit of him getting this child pregnant at the top of the year so she can't do nothing all summer. God, please, make her skin allergic to the ring, Lord.
I don't understand why girls don't see them choosing themselves as winning. You don't think you're that girl? That's what it gives. Like, women who are like, they feel like they lose when they choose themselves. You're not that girl. You're only that girl when you have a man. That's it. When you're that girl, you go anywhere, you do anything, you are free when you're that girl. You're not trapped, stuck, like Velcro to someone else. When you're really that girl, you go wherever, do whatever. You're not stuck. You're not waiting hand and foot. You're not taking orders. You're not giving permission. You do what you want to do. So I don't get why the girls feel like they're losing when they choose themselves. What is keeping you from feeling like you're that girl when you choose yourself? And then compare. What makes you feel like that girl when you have that man? What is it? That's what I want to know. Do you not hype yourself up? Do you not make yourself feel beautiful? Do you not do nice things for yourself? Do you not love yourself? Like, I have so many questions. Like, what is that man providing to you? And it can't just be money. It can't be. Because then that tells me you don't have any power, or you don't believe that you have any power. That your source of power comes from that man. So, can't just be money. Like, what is that man providing that you're not providing to yourself? That's what I want to know.
Make her finger swell up 10 times the size of Atlanta. My God, on today. Please, Lord, let this engagement be as long as rush hour traffic in Atlanta on Sunday at noon. If you know, you know. I want a spirit of Bill Nye the Science Guy to come over Mariah the Scientist. Maybe scientist isn't as aspirational as we need it to be. My God, on today. And to marry a nigga named Young Thug that don't look young no more. That's what's sending me. Young Thug, you don't look young no more. Elderly thug, decrepit thug. Methuselah thug. You know? Oh! Mariah.
And listen, I just gotta say this, as a black suburban girl, all the other black suburban girl, a majority, y'all, I really need to count, because I think there's only like a few of us. It ain't that many. But the black suburban girls that got with the bad guy, the thug, single mothers. Single mothers. I just need the girls, like, when you get with a guy and he dresses a certain way, he carries himself a certain way, that shows his mentality. And you got to be able to look at a man, hear his nickname, and be like, oh, the only thing he can offer me is single motherhood. Boom! It's not rocket science, y'all. It's not rocket science. Young Thug is a man that wants to run the streets. He don't want to be in the house with you. Like, his name alone tells you, his nickname alone tells you his mentality. And that's what I'm saying. Like, what game are y'all playing? The only game I see women like this play are themselves. You can't say you didn't see it. You can't say you didn't know. You can't say, girl, I was bamboozled. Girl, he had on a quarter zip, girl, but he was a YN under it all. You can't say that. His name is Young Thug. He's a rapper from Atlanta with 6 kids. You can't say you were bamboozled. That's ooh, girl. I don't get it. You cannot say you was bamboozled. You cannot say it.
Congratulations, girl. I'm trying my best not to be hard on this young lady, but no, bitch.
I know a lot of y'all might not see it this way. But if a man proposes to you while you are doing something for yourself, accomplishing something for yourself, he's your biggest hater. If you're graduating from school, he proposes, he's a hater. He's a hater. If you are having an opening for your business and he proposes, he is a fucking hater. When he gets on stage while you're literally performing in front of thousands and millions of people, it's a hater. He's a fucking hater. I know y'all might not see it that way. Because y'all feel like, oh no, it was a big The time of the essence was on you. You were doing something of your passion, your purpose, your energy, your success, your hard work. And he literally takes that time to say, I'm going to propose to you instead of recreating a whole nother time. Yeah. He is a fucking hater. I don't care what y'all say. Holiday, all that shit don't be making sense. We have 365 days out the year. Sometimes 366. And he choose the day that is all about you. No.
I mean, we talk about these stories all the time. At this point, you're being dense on purpose. And that's why we need to get the birds back up in the sky off the ground, and we need the birds to come out of the nest so that they can get educated, because girl, the nest is empty. There are no books, no intelligence, no pattern recognition. I mean, pattern recognition, y'all really need to get in pattern recognition. Learning people's behavioral patterns. Like your parents, everyone has a default setting when it comes to routine, their daily routine, and their behavior. And you need to start sitting back and stop listening to people talk so damn much and listen and watch and see what they do. See what they do. Because everyone has a daily routine, a default setting when it comes to their behavior. People become predictable when you sit back and you just watch. You sit back and you just watch. People become very predictable.
Having an arena full of people scream no to you while you're trying to propose to your girlfriend is absolutely hilarious, bro. Young Thug has done irreparable damage to his PR. I'm not gonna lie, bro. And I know the type of nigga Thug is. He loving it. He loving the hate, you know what I'm saying? And Mariah's just happy to be engaged. She's happy to not be a baby mom anymore, a potential baby mom anymore. She's gonna be a wife. Shorty finna be a wife. All jokes aside, I genuinely do hope the best for them, because I never want to see anybody have a failed relationship, especially when a kid's in the picture. But it's just like, man, I don't know where it's gonna go, bruh. Cause we seen how Thug's been on bullshit recently. Maybe he changes. Not sure if he will.
Yeah, because men change, y'all. Oh my God, men change. Even though all of the self-help books, even therapists, majority are all bought and booked by women.
But hey, man, it's not my relationship, so I really don't give a fuck about it. I just think that the whole arena screaming no is one of the funniest things I've ever seen, bruh.
It's crazy. Even the men are like, yeah, I don't think so. I don't think this is it.
I stay out of celebrity business. I don't really share my comments because it's not my business, it's not my life. However, Young Thug, with the utmost due respect, mister, Mariah deserved more than that. She held you down while you was incarcerated. She stood by you when you publicly embarrassed her multiple times. The least you could have done, knowing that she's a hopeless romantic and a true lover girl, is make it special. That very much gave not special. Yes, the ring.
Girl, and then the hopeless romantic lover girl PR, y'all need to clean that up. And maybe y'all need to get into some PR relationships to clean up this mess, because the hopeless romantics and the lover girls, it just gives down bad. It gives I was a fool. It gives down bad. Y'all maybe need to start creating some PR relationships in the public eye to redeem the hopeless romantic lover girl, because it just gives Keisha Cole, I get into relationships with men to create heartbreak songs, and that's just my life, and that's just my lifelong purpose, because I will never meet a man that will understand that I'm just simply a girl who's a hopeless romantic and I'm a lover girl. That's what it gives. And it's very childish.
It's beautiful. It's about the ring. It's about the presentation. I think if you'd have put more love and more into it, it probably would have been greatly appreciated and respected by the public masses. Not saying that our opinion matters, because our opinion truly does not matter, if I'm being quite frank.
It don't. It don't. We just having a conversation.
It's your life, it's her life. However, you could have put more into that. You could have. And I was disappointed. I was. Because I feel like Mariah deserves more than that. Just off of the shit that you put her through.
Because Summer Walker said she was a lover girl too. And I'm just like, that's exactly what I got from Heart of a Dummy. The song Heart of a Woman. I was like, girl, that song really gives, I'm a dummy with low self-esteem. I'm just a lover girl, but I'm a dummy with low self-esteem and I'm desperate for love. And it's like, I really want to know, like, are y'all really in love with these men? Or are you more in love with the idea of being in love with these men? Because I really be thinking the girls be romanticizing and fantasizing being in love than actually loving the man. And it's like, girl, because I talk to married women all the time, and a lot of married women wouldn't do it again. They wouldn't do it again because they're not just fantasizing being in love with this man. They're really thinking about loving another fucking man. And I used to look at women when I used to think like women that went from being married to being a widow. I'm like, why are they choosing to remain single? It's because they're thinking realistically after having the first marriage. They're thinking more realistically like, yeah, I don't want to love another man again. And they're out of that mindset of fantasizing being in love, and they're thinking about actually loving a man. And I think that that's the issue here. Like, I really do. Like, all the girls are like, I'm a lover girl. I really think the girls are just fantasizing being in love and not thinking realistically about loving a man. Loving another person is such a selfless act. It doesn't even matter if it's a child. And then men come with a whole nother level of energy. Kids come with energy. A man comes with energy when it comes to loving that man. It takes a lot out of you. And it's crazy how I think the lover girls are just fantasizing being in love and not really thinking realistically about what it takes to actually love that man. And it takes a lot. It takes a lot out of you. I mean, look what Mariah going through. But I feel like all the girls are dismissive of all the shit she had to go through because she got a ring on her finger and she was proposed to. That's it?
She deserves more than that. So, yeah. I digress now.
That's crazy. So it's not just me. Like, even people that are just being unbiased about the situation, it's like, that was the best that you could do.
I can't even keep it together. And lost the word.
Now, do I think Young Thug has some love for Mariah? In his way, in his own unique way of what he thinks love is, which I really think Young Thug is like a lot of toxic black men, where they think what you tolerate and your endurance is what they love about you, and you do what you want to do with that. So is there some love there? Yeah, but in that toxic way, and I hate that. That's why I'm not for toxic love relationships. I don't care, white, black, Hispanic. Hell, you could be blue, purple. You could be fucking from Mars. You could be a whole fucking alien. I don't like love that is truly toxic and it's built off of tolerance and endurance. I don't like that. It's very toxic. And so do I think he has some type of love for her? Absolutely. But again, it's really rooted in endurance and it's really rooted in tolerance. And I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I think that he's really doing this to leech off of her because her career is elevating and she can feel, I feel like Young Thug can feel there's like this elevated energy around her, and he wants to siphon off of that as she climbs, because he is on a lifeline currently right now with his own career and just with his overall reputation. And Mariah is likable, and so he's clinging to her to kind of like help him clean up his own image, kind of like what Megan Good did for Jonathan Majors. So we see this a lot. But his history shows within his behavior that he's not ready for what Mariah is truly desiring. But unfortunately, Mariah will settle. Like, she is where she wants to be. Okay? This is a woman that is exactly where she wants to be. And it's just crazy because Young Thug just does not look healthy at all. Like, he does not look healthy. He does not look healthy. I don't know what it is. And I know Gunna, the rapper Gunna, I know he feels some type of way about Gunna's elevation. I know he does. Like, from his career to his woman to what else? Just his whole fitness and healthy lifestyle journey. It's like he's really changed his life around. Like, you could tell he feels some type of way about that. No shade. I just wanted to throw that in there too. But I don't think this proposal and this potential, and I'm gonna say it, of this marriage is going to withstand the continued challenges that have always been there since the beginning of this relationship. So they met in 2021, 2022, they already had challenges, and those challenges will continue. I need the girls to start looking at life in cycles. The patriarch and the system that we live in has disconnected you from cycles, including your menstrual cycle. We can start with that because there's 13 cycles. And if you start looking at life in cycles, you will be able to break the code when it comes to living the life that you truly want to live and being around the right people, because you will be able to identify a cycle. You can recognize whether or not it resonates with, like, if you like this cycle or you don't like this cycle. So if you don't like the cycle, right, that means you would elevate out of the cycle. And one thing I've noticed with Mariah and Young Thug, they've been in the same cycle. So it's not even that their relationship, because I do believe relationships can heal. You can heal with your partner. You can enter into a new cycle that's healthier for the both of you. I just don't feel like that's taking place. So they're in the same cycle that they've been in since the day that they met back in 2021. Since his whole challenge legally with the RICO charge in case and things like that. Like, they're still in that same cycle. And they're going to enter marriage in that same cycle. And it's an energetic experience. Like, it's a rhythm, it's a frequency. And this is just where they are. And this is where the relationship has always been. So if you start looking at life in cycles, you will learn how to elevate, how to get out of cycles and get into a more elevated cycle that serves you based off of your desires and what you want out of life. But Mariah, she's settling for this cycle that she's in. And let me explain what this cycle that she's in has to do with: cheating, him struggling with temptation, him being threatened of her light when it comes to her own career and elevating. Like, so what's going to happen is this energy is going to continue even in marriage. She's going to have to deal with these challenges. So that's the only thing when it comes to Mariah. It's like, this is why a lot of people are just not really excited for her, because there has not been like some type of change that massive that we can literally see. You know how you see, what's his name again? I forgot his name. Gunna, right? You've actually seen like actual change. That man eat different. He exercises. Like, his daily routine is totally different. Gunna broke a cycle. Young Thug has not. If Mariah was marrying Gunna, like just a man that broke a cycle like that, I would actually be happy for her. But that's not what happened. This is a man that's still in the same cycle. So the same cycle that Gunna shared with Young Thug, Gunna has elevated out of with change. And Young Thug is still in that cycle. And you see how he was able to elevate out of that cycle. Gunna was able to elevate out of that cycle. And look at his career. Look at his relationship. Look at his body. Look at his skin. Look at the endorsements and things that he's getting. He came out of that Young Thug cycle, and him and Young Thug shared that cycle together, and he elevated right on out of that. So I'm telling you, and I'm showing you these mirrors because I need you to understand it literally is an energy thing. How do you change your life? You change the energy that you are curating with your behavior, your habits, your sleep patterns. Like, change the rhythm. And Young Thug just hasn't changed the rhythm. He's still falling weak to temptation. He still wanted to do the same old thing. And it's going to take him to do something completely different, which is what Gunna did. So that's all I'm saying. But I just want people to start recognizing when you're in a cycle and how to break out of the cycle. And Gunna showed you how to do that. So he started changing the way that he eats, working out. He started changing the people he was hanging around. He created a different energy over his life, which elevated him to a different cycle. So that's all I'm saying. That's all I have to say regarding the situation. You let me know. Do you think this marriage is going to last? Do you think this relationship is going to last? Do you think Mariah will actually go through with this? I don't know. She's so delusional, y'all. I think she's I think she's going to go through with it. What kind of wedding do you think they will have? Because I'm looking at, what's her name? Monaleo. I think her name is Monaleo, the rapper. And that was such an intentional wedding. Like, that wedding was gorgeous. It was very intentional. It gave purposeful. There was meaning, you know. And I'm thinking about what kind of wedding are they going to have? Because I'm looking at that proposal and I'm just like, what kind of wedding you think they're going to have? Y'all let me know. Comment down below what you think. Thank you for joining me on this Friday night. My honey jar video is up and available. And I'm really excited for y'all to try out the honey jar for 2026. So you can transform your life. The only thing that I ask is before you do the honey jar, record yourself. I want you to create a video where you're talking to your future self before you do the honey jar. Take pictures, have a conversation, talk about the things that you want to change about yourself, put it on video, do the honey jar, put the video in the clouds, and then review it next year. Not 2026, but 2027. Review it towards the end of the year. And, you know, make it special. Review it on the New Year's Eve of 2026 as you go into 2027. Okay? So that's all I got. Give the video a thumbs up. Let me know what else I should talk about. Should I do Akir next? Should I do Akir next? I feel like y'all not gonna like what I have to say about Akir either. I be noticing that the internet be picking and choosing, and y'all be choosing favorites. I be noticing that. So should I talk about Akir next, or is there something else you want me to talk about? Let me know. Comment down below. Thank you all for joining me, and I hope to catch you in my next one.
This is my opinion. I'm free to state my opinion anytime I like, right? Thank you.
I don't want you to feel like that, but yeah, feel like that.
This is my opinion. I'm free to state my opinion anytime I like, right? Thank you.
I don't want you to feel like that, but yeah, feel like that.